Good afternoon, my beautiful people of Lagos. My name is Afodile David Chibuzo, and you all are welcome to another exciting edition of the Refined Football Podcast Show. And of course, as you all know, I'm not alone in the studio. I've got my co-presenter with me on my left-hand side, Nicky Mandela. And I've got my co-presenter on my right-hand side, CJ. And we have a very, very interesting discussion for us today. And it's about an average player, a good player, and a world-class player. Share your thoughts, your own idea about an average player, a good player, and who you think a world-class player is.
If you come to the world average player, I can say, let me start with a player like Eze in Crystal Palace.
Okay.
It's an average player, you know. I can say Minamino is an average player, and he can also tag him as a good player, though. That's why I say he's an average player. Then when you go to team like is it Arsenal or Tottenham, you have a lot of average players there. So I want to talk about the good players in Premier League. You talk about Ings, that is a West Ham player, and they are
the attacker, right?
Yes, yeah. They have fought his way in for England squad. It's not easy for you to find your way in England squad. So whenever you see a player like that, he's a good player. If England should invite him, I think he's a good player. If I should talk about world-class player, I have a whole lot of world-class player. You know, Haaland is a good player. He's a world-class player. Kevin De Bruyne is a world-class player. Mbappe is a world-class player. Vinicius is a world-class player. You know, he's a good player.
He's proven himself.
He has proven himself in all aspects.
Yeah, that's consistency.
Yes, they have helped Madrid to carry a lot of Champions League, if I'm not mistaken, and some domestic trophies. You know?
Everybody's expecting him to win the world best.
Of course, the world best is
to be the favorite.
Of course, the world best is for Vinicius. There is no doubt about that. All of us know that Vinicius is in the right position, in the right channel, and he's doing all his best, and he's gotten it right for him to be the world best player. There is no doubt about that.
Yeah, sorry to cut you short. You said something concerning a player called Ings. Is he actually Ings or Watkins, the one of Aston Villa or the West Ham player?
The West Ham.
Yeah. Concerning Ings, I would say Ings is an average player. The reason why I say so, Ings has already made the English national team for at least, let's say, consider like 2 years and so, because he has been called. I think why they don't call him this period because of his age. Because they have younger strikers, younger athletes that are doing far better than him this period. To me, I would feel now he's an average player. He has made the name. He has made the name in England, in club side, and because he has toured around England teams. He has played for likes of Southampton, West Ham, and some other things I may not mention or I don't know. You understand? So to me, I feel he's an average player. And yes, we have so many players, likes of Haaland, consistency, always putting in works, always there when needed. You understand? Yeah, doing his job. Like even when the team is down, you always see him putting more effort in everything. Likes of Haaland, Mbappe, Vinicius. Even in Man City, you still have average players.
Every team has
because I would say. Yeah.
But for me, I don't think that it's average player in Madrid. All of them, they are all good players.
In Madrid, yes, there's an average player. Let's say Vasquez is an average player. Who? Vasquez is not a world-class player.
Can be argued. He's making some points.
Likes of Vasquez, for now, Vasquez, Adagula, because in Madrid, they are still coming up. Hendrick has not reached the level of being an average player because he's not consistent and he has not played in Europe for more. Yes, this is his first season. Okay. So now he's just a good player. He's a natural good player. He's not an average player. He's not a world-class player. There are so many world-class teams that don't have world-class players because you must see this class of, I think, Gomez, the guy that plays from playing in 3 and sometimes he playing in 2. So he's like, you would not say he's a top player. You would say he's an average player. I even say better to me, I would say he's still a good player because he has not reached the likes of Foden. The likes of I would say the Palmer.
Wait, you understand? Foden, is it a world-class player or average player?
To me, I would say for now, Foden is not a world-class player.
Why would you say that?
To me,
Foden is a world-class player. He's a very good.
Let me
come in.
You know, before we go deep into this conversation, we need to understand the term average. a term good, and a term world class. Now, an average player is someone that can do the basics, the normal basic control, pass, run to space, do it consistently. That's an average player. A good player is someone that will show brilliance, flash of brilliance every now and then, and they do the basic consistently and consecutively.
Okay,
Sorry, I'm still landing. I've given a little explanation of average and good. Now, a world-class player. World-class player is someone that can do that an average player would do, that a good player would do, and still impose his will on his opponents. When I mean impose, look at a player like Ronaldo. They know when to take the risk. They know when to do that. They know when to come up and then this time around, I want to carry my shoulder, my team on my shoulders.
Wait,
that's
no,
that's
not the aspect. Wait. That is not only the characteristic.
No, it's about
world best player.
No, not about being the world best player. Being the best. You understand?
They are characters, and they
Okay.
show. It is just one of it. A good player can also be like that.
Yeah,
Now,
sure.
the difference between a world-class player and a good player is consistency.
That is
Okay.
what you wait.
Let me ask you-
If you want to talk about world class player, is what you have achieved in years.
Achievement comes.
Your consistency
Impact
is not,
Yes.
is not you deciding the game. You
Okay.
can decide the game today, tomorrow you cannot decide the game.
Let me ask you something now. Let's say the likes of Luton, when you were in the championship, they had key players
Okay.
that single-handedly brought them out from relegation
To Premier League.
to Premier League. If we should check in on one aspect, are we going to call them a world-class player, average player, a good player?
They are all average players.
Majority of them are average.
Why would you say they're average players?
They are all average players because they struggle their way to EPL.
Okay, they struggle their way to EPL. Let's say the likes of Greenish when he was in Aston Villa, right? He was a good player.
Yeah.
He was not an average player. He was not but you know, Greenish himself, he took the mantle
Yes.
upon himself. He was consistent for the 2 seasons.
And he brought his team up.
He picked up the team to the next level whereby he's always doing good, scoring goals. Would you tell me that player is not a world class player? He's an average player?
Wait. Wait. Why did you see Grealish doing those work you see he's doing in Aston Villa? Then it's because in a situation where we say you see that you are the only one that is good among Aston Villa.
They have good players there.
Wait. You to look at it as if he is the only one doing the job. There's a whole lot of people doing the job. But what of now that he have come to Man City?
Because now they have
Hold on.
bigger players.
They have other players that is more better than him.
I understand.
The only thing you can talk about Grealish is that he knows how to hold the ball. But Grealish, if I'm to be a manager, I cannot introduce Grealish when I want to win a match.
Why?
Because he hold on the ball. He's too sluggish on the ball. When I want him to attack, he throw the ball for me. I don't like player like that. For me, I don't know. So I don't like players.
Okay, to your
holding
own
on the
opinion,
ball.
you
Yes.
feel Greenish is sluggish. If we should watch Pep Guardiola as a coach, Guardiola don't work with sluggish players.
Okay.
For him to sign Greenish into his team, you know that this guy is like. Let me just say,
Grealish is a match winner for Man City.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not telling you.
He's not a match winner.
Okay, let's just say.
No, I don't know
okay,
what you're saying.
Wait,
You
let's just
cannot-
say.
you
As a
cannot-
last 2 seasons.
You can
As a
just
last
say
2
Grealish-
seasons.
wait, hold on. You can just
As a
say
last 2
Grealish-
seasons, they won the Champions League. Do you know he made a great impact in Man City?
He was their best player. That's
Thank you.
What do you mean by
Yes, he
How
made a
many
great-
assists? How many assists that
See,
Grealish
he doesn't want to see.
had to be-
He made a
had
great
the most
impact in Man City.
How many assists?
See,
wait, you
he
play
was-
Grealish, wait, hold on. You play Grealish as a strike, as a
winger,
winger,
yes, right.
or as a midfielder,
As a winger.
as a winger.
Yeah.
How many cross did he bring in, and how many assists did he
Greenish
do?
is, see, every player from the wings has the way they play, has their pattern of play. And Guardiola is a coach that Guardiola don't play the kind of play like crosses, his wingers do cross. He always allows his wingers to torment you as a defender.
Grealish doesn't torment it.
No.
Grealish is a player that
you're saying that.
hold on. Grealish is kind of a player that he hold on the ball, you come, he drive, and he pass. He doesn't give you more stress. Like other striker, they'll take you on, they drive. Like Vinicius, Duku, you see them folding.
That's what I say. That's what I say.
Vinicius he just break down the ball. You know, everybody relax. He calm the ball down. He drive. Oh, no. As
Okay.
I don't see him as a. It's just an average player that was lucky to be signed by Manchester City.
No, so we say the word lucky is not.
That is me.
To me,
It was lucky
I
to be
won't
signed.
actually say he's lucky because he played.
Okay, let me say, wait, hold on. Hold on. When Manchester City signed Grealish, to be honest with you, I don't even know who is Grealish. I don't even know him as to be as good as the amount that Manchester City put on him. I was very mad at Guardiola. Why we sign this guy?
Okay,
in such amount of money, 100 million. I think I'm not mistaken. 100 million.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If I'm the manager of any of this club in EPL, I can't put such money on him. But it is best known to Guardiola for him to sign him such amount of money. Later on, people were like doubting the signing. Did you know that?
Yeah,
that
was after his first year. That was the second season.
But in his second season, he was able to stamp his authority.
Yeah, the first season he didn't do well Man City because the Man City as a whole has stamped itself as okay, we have one of the best coach in the world, and we have one of the best players in the world at that time because they have Bernardo Silva, David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Fernandinho, the likes of Aguero, which I know that they are big for you to come.
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to drive that the Grealish is average or best player or what best
I'm
player?
giving you instances that
what class?
From starting from Luton, where I said a player which brought out a team from relegation single-handedly.
Is what?
Can you call him a world-class player, an average player?
He cannot say he's single-handedly bring out Luton.
Yeah, their team, their players that did so.
Let me
yes.
What he's trying to do now. In every team, they have match winners.
Okay.
These players, they have this pressure on them to always deliver, win a game. Now, if you play for 7 games in a season and you're able to score 24 goals single-handed as a player,
okay, you do the whole job.
You did not do the whole job as per se. To an extent, you did not do the whole job.
Because you're playing, you have other players.
You did a great job.
Okay.
Now, this is why I'm saying you did not do the whole job.
I would say he did the whole job. Wait, hold on. Like last 2 seasons. Wait, calm down. When Manchester United, that is 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
I remember Manchester United bring in Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I remember Manchester United score no less than how many goals?
He scored about 22 goals or
then
so.
Only Cristiano Ronaldo scored about 22 goals. So who did the whole job?
How many of those goals were solo goals?
What do you mean by goal is goal? I don't know what is solo.
That's okay.
There's
a question I want to throw to you.
Let me finish what I was trying to explain.
Okay.
Whereby a team plays for 7 big games, 7 games in the whole season.
Yes.
And you're able to play 45 out of 7 and
okay.
score 24 goals.
Yes.
That is you doing a great job.
Okay.
Now, no single player wins a tournament, but one single player can win you a match. The number of times you go ahead to win a match for the team put together in a season determines your position. For example, you play for 7 games in the season. 38 were league games. 38 games in the league, you're able to score 14 winning goals. That's 14 matches that you won for your team. That player can be called the best player of the team. That player can be nominated for the best player for the season in that tournament. That player can be nominated as... So you would have won so many player of the month award. That player cannot be tagged on average. Whether you're coming from the championship, the 1, the 2, wherever you might be coming from.
It's just been unfortunate to be at that particular place at that time. Level, that's why it's so...
as a good player.
Yeah.
Now, if you can move from that level where you have a good turn or Ipswich, wherever you find yourself,
to a more bigger club,
and you are able to stamp your authority, then you can be called a world class, depending on your level of consistency. That's how a player grows. No player starts from their first year as a world class to their last year as a world class. No. You must show signs, show like a prospect. They can invest in you, they can train you, they can nurture you. You begin to grow. That's how a player grows. Palmer was
wait, hold on. I want to ask you one question.
Sorry, let me finish. Let me finish. Palmer was nowhere 3 seasons ago. He was introduced late 2 seasons
ago. Palmer is what?
He was nowhere 3 seasons ago. He was an academy player for Manchester City 3 seasons ago.
Palmer, was he the academy player from Manchester?
Yeah, he was an academy player. Then they promoted him to the first.
Okay.
Then he played. He won the Champions League with them.
See, Guardiola introduced him to the big team.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, the problem of Palmer then was that Guardiola was playing him as a striker. You know that.
We are talking about this. We are talking about before you attack a good player or an average player, world class player, you must be known to an extent. Not you just play one match. You must have played a number of matches. You must have played for some years, some seasons. To then judge you by what you.
Okay, let me ask you now. Sorry to cut short.
Player
Okay.
has played 4 years.
Yeah.
And be judged. Is he good enough? Is he an average? Is he not good enough?
Okay, let me hear. Anthony of Man U, do you think he's an average player, world class player, or a good player?
He shows sign of a good player, but fell down the pecking order.
So now,
Yeah, I'll tag him an
so how would you see Anthony now?
You are talking about Anthony, Anthony.
Anthony.
Are you talking about my?
No, I'm not talking about your club. I'm just talking about the player because Man U itself is a big club in the world. You understand? Because any player that wants to go to Man U, you must because your consistency in your former club that must be high. That will make me okay. Check out how much you bought him. 100 plus.
In his contract that he signed,
You understand?
he had a Ballon d'Or clause that if he wins the Ballon d'Or, that is to tell you
See,
he signs.
if you want to talk about Anthony, is I don't know if it is a plan work with
Just remember
with
talking about
No,
with Eric Tank, because I don't understand this guy pattern. Sometimes I sit down and watch Anthony. What's his name? I don't even want to remember his name because it's not part of the team.
But
although he's part of Manchester.
But to be sincere,
Hold on. Anthony, as you are talking about, I can't even rate him as good player, average player, or world class player.
you
He can just be there as a footballer. No. He's just playing for us. I know he's just carrying on. They give him money. I don't want to discuss about Anthony. You can mention another.
No. That's what I'm saying. How would you rate him?
I've rated him already now.
Okay, your rating.
I've rated him already. He's just
But
there.
I'll say he's an average player.
That's my own.
He just give him.
Now, you just brought me, just drew my attention to something.
Yeah.
Just remember something. He's a Manchester United fan.
Oh, of course.
With the red cap.
We are known
The
by
Red
the color.
Devils.
We are known by our color, so you know.
About average, good, and world class. But it's so unfortunate that he's here to bring one person from his team and mention as a good or world class player.
No,
But you know what knows that Manchester United is a
he's a big world class player. So any player going there is supposed to be a world class player.
Your team is not good enough.
No, not the team is not good enough. See, that's why we say in being a world class player, you need consistency.
Yeah.
You understand? In Man U, there's no consistent player. Even the Bruno
You
Fernandes.
can't say that.
Who?
Why will you say that is not a consistent player?
Okay, let's hear from you. Which player has been consistent for the past 3 seasons in Man U?
Why can you say that?
Tell me, prove me wrong.
Even if you want to like Manchester United or based on their current situation of the game, you can't just say that it's not a
There's a world class player there. But how consistent are they?
I might not mention a player from Manchester United as world class player,
But there is.
that doesn't mean that we don't have a
Sure, you have, but how consistent are they?
See, if I want to mention Bruno Fernandes, is a world class player.
Yeah, a world class player.
He has sent the whole lot of message to the world.
He's really a world class.
He's a world class. He has helped Manchester United.
Can he be compared to the likes of De Bruyne?
What are you saying? Last season, he was compared with De Bruyne.
This is how many years ago?
Manchester United, when in the era of Solskjaer.
has only had one good.
Hold on.
Let's hear from you.
You are talking about my team. In the era of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Bruno Fernandes happened to be one of the best midfielder in England. If you want to mention the good midfielders, you mention him. You cannot mention midfielders 1, 2, 3 out of Bruno Fernandes. When Mourinho came in, Bruno Fernandes was there, and he helped Manchester United to lift Europa League, which you know. He has helped Manchester United to carry Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. And name them. He is a world-class player.
Okay. According to your own judgment.
It's not according to my own judgment. According to the world.
Okay, no problem. I'll heard it. Okay, let's say, now, since we have been mentioning a world class player, let me don't go into Man U deeply, because we are talking about generally all footballers. Like, if I want to throw a question to you.
Okay, go on.
Okay, I don't know if it's... Can you mention, at least like, from England as a whole, apart from the Man City, mention 15 top-class players.
Apart from Man
City.
I should mention
15
top
world-class players.
in
Apart from the
England.
Man City team,
Is it England team or the whole of England team?
from the starting of other things, can you be able to mention like the what apart from the Man City team, which I know in Man City team you have Man City. Can you from other teams mention 50? Like in let's say, okay, let's make it more easier. Let's go to Arsenal. Let's the likes of
if you want to mention from Arsenal,
okay, let's say
Bukayo Saka.
Saka
Is a world
class
player.
Okay.
Odegaard,
yes.
is a world class player.
Yes.
What's it be called? What is his name?
Declan Rice.
Declan Rice is a world class player.
Okay.
Now let's go to Liverpool.
Okay.
You mentioned
Salah.
Salah. You mentioned Robert. You mentioned Arnold and
Van Dijk.
they are all world class players.
Okay.
Now you go back to which other big team? Let me go to Tottenham. You see Son is there.
Son, who else?
Arguably, it's the only person that can be mentioned there.
You can't just say that.
Yes.
What about
Or would you say Richarlison? Or
Kulusevski?
No, it's not. To me, it's not.
He cannot be mentioned.
To me,
but he is always featured in international duty.
Yeah, featuring in national duty because you're playing consistency in your club. You understand? But does not mean that
when he was in Juventus, he was doing well.
He was doing well, but not that consistent. He was not helping the team. He's a very good player, yes.
Okay, let's go back to Manchester United.
Okay.
Bruno Fernandes is there.
Yeah, who else?
Don't just say who else. The whole lot of
who else?
what is this being called?
Okay, Casemiro.
Casemiro is the one. You are helping me to remember them.
No, do you know? There's something I want to tell you. Casemiro, if we should check out Man U, if we should say, okay, let's rate Casemiro, based on Man U performance,
why will you let him based on?
I say he made his glory in Madrid. That's glory he made in Madrid. That's what is pushing him.
You can't mention him based on. He's a world class player.
Okay.
So how many have I mentioned now? A whole lot of them.
Like 10.
And what is it?
Let's go to Chelsea now. Currently.
Chelsea currently.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If we check on based on current performance, Casemiro would not be there.
But let's just give him the
okay, let's give him the he has played in a bigger club that he has written a name in history.
Yes.
Okay, is
go back to
let's
Chelsea.
go to Chelsea.
We know those people they don't have right now they are just trying to grow them.
So you mean they don't have
they have what kind James is there.
James?
James. Okay, sorry.
James. Okay, Rhys James.
We know he's a injury boy, but he's there.
Okay.
And who else is there?
Is it Ben Chilwell? He's not consistent.
Okay, but let's give them only James because all these boys now they are new signed and new. They are just recruiting the whole boys. It's just average and good players.
What about Palmer?
Palmer is just a boy of yesterday. You can't just.
Palmer cannot be called.
Okay, he just to be.
Okay.
So you can't just say you can't just conclude because I could remember when Ansu Fati started from Barcelona. Everybody was jumping, calling him next Messi. They give him.
So now. Sorry, let me take you off this stuff. I want to check out something. Can Yemi Lama be called a world-class player?
Now,
yeah,
you can't call him a world-class player.
He's a young talent.
He's a young talent that he's just coming up. He's showing what
because of his age. Okay.
Let's say like this. When Hazard was playing for Chelsea, he was arguably Chelsea's best signing. Best player in terms of goals, in terms of achievements, in terms of impact per game, in terms of individual awards, in terms of everything. But the moment he moved to Madrid, he fell down the pecking order.
Why?
Injury came in, he wasn't really playing, he wasn't really doing anything for
But he's still a world-class player.
Yes. I'm saying let's judge from the year he moved to Madrid. What he did.
Because yes, in Madrid he didn't play. He was not consistent.
That same year.
If I may ask now, why did what is his name? Hazard. Why didn't he fit in Madrid?
He said it himself that he's not that kind of player that is a hard trainer. He got to Madrid and saw the mentality. It was different from that of Chelsea. Chelsea gave him the room to relax, was pampered because he was doing the job for them.
Yeah.
He was the last to come to training. He's the laziest in the training pitch. But they still give him that respect to always go in and start again. But there at Madrid, he fights for everything.
That's why we want in Madrid. They always get the best.
He said when he got to Madrid, he became tired of football.
Okay. Right now.
At that point, he got injured. Every time he goes out injured and comes back, he was always adding weight. And he's not that type of a hard trainer that will always come and want to fight his way back. So he was gradually getting out of the game. And this is the same thing I'm feeling is affecting Marcus Rashford. I don't know him personally. I don't have a personal relationship.
Okay, now let's say
you see that he's gradually moving out of the game.
Marcus Rashford, his problem is his manager problem. No. Hold on, this is my boy you are talking about. I'm a Manchester fan, so I know everything concerning Manchester. Rashford used to be a fantastic player. When he was coming up as a kid, he was more than Yamal. He did a whole lot of.
Okay, now
he drive, his shooting range, everything was accurate. But since we started changing managers, they don't know how to feature him, manage him. He's playing out of pattern. He's playing out of his way. You understand? He's struggling to be among the good players these days, because sometimes I imagine if this guy is even a footballer. I don't know. I don't even know.
I understand your point.
So okay, let me just come in. Let me just brief something. Okay, now you said Rashford is finding his way to be even a good player.
Yes.
But as of last 3 seasons, would you call him a world-class player?
Rashford?
Yeah.
No.
Why? Do you know there was a time Rashford was you understand? He was consistent. Likes of Rashford and Martial. There was a season whereby you see that they are always performing. You understand? Consistency, scoring goals. Mostly Rashford. Let's leave about Martial. Mostly Rashford. You see that year from nowhere outside shot. Him inside the net, like he was helping out. You understand? That's why I said. That's why we were saying something. I said, if we should say Casemiro, I respect him so much because of where he has played or where he's coming from. But if we should use the now, like how, like rating him in this present time for the past 2 seasons.
As a world class?
Yes, for the past season, Casemiro has not been doing well.
Because of our.
Do you believe
our
that's what I'm saying? That
Casemiro still remain world class.
That's why I said a player can single-handedly.
You cannot judge him because of playing for Manchester United.
When Madrid, there was a time teams like Madrid was bad.
Yeah.
You understand? But you still see Ronaldo single-handedly, not because, see, there are players that like motivating. There are players that when they do something, you see others want to do it. That's the lesson. That's why we say, see, if you go to your books now, you say, if you want to check out, okay, what are the,
I have never seen a time Madrid is bad. They can be unfortunate.
No, Madrid was bad. Madrid was once bad. Which year? Okay.
Sorry guys. Let's not go back and forth with this issue. This topic is very, very ambiguous in nature. It's big. We have so many players that have played this game. You can keep calling names, world class.
No, we have to deal with the present ones.
We will definitely come again. This is just part 1. This is episode 1 of this topic.
Okay.
It's an argument. It can be argued. Your definition of world class might be different from my own.
Definitely.
Different from his own.
But you never accept that Bruno Fernandes is a world class.
No, we have accepted. Okay, he's a world class.
Very good.
So, I don't want us to go back and forth with this issue. Let's go home, relax,
and come back
and come back again. The program will definitely continue. So unfortunately, this is where we're drawing the curtains on today's episode of the Refined Football Podcast Show. Please do make sure to follow us on all our social media pages on Facebook, on Twitter, on TikTok, our YouTube page. We promise to give you exciting football discussions, football content, banters like this will definitely come your way. Just stay tuned. Until next time we meet again, it's goodbye from me. God bless us all.